Hey guys, it's sunny morning, obviously. It's been a long time since we made a video. There's Simon getting in now.
Morning.
It's dusty, as you can see all that dust coming in. But I don't want to say we are back with the videos. I don't know how consistent I'm going to be with this, to be honest. But we have a great thing that we're doing today. Today we're going to pick up something that we need for a new program that we are starting. So today we're going to pick something up that we're wanting to start a new program. We are always looking for different ways to obviously connect with the kids and things like that and bring more people into our programs, obviously, but also just being able to expose the kids to different things that they haven't been exposed to. And just think about, like, you know, how many people, you know, as an adult, you discover something and you're like, man, had I found out about this when I was younger, I would have probably done this with my life or been more into, you know, whatever, or had a hobby or something like that. And so, you know, we try our best with what we have to expose the kids to different things. So here, as you probably know already, football, we call it soccer. Until the U.S. wins a World Cup coming up soon, we can't call it soccer. But football is king here, which is great. But everybody doesn't necessarily love it. You have to love it. And so if you're a kid growing up here, you just have to play football. That's what it is. There's not many other options even to get involved in. And yeah, so we try to present other options. And so what we're doing now is we are starting like some type of program or club with bikes, BMX type bikes, because we've seen that there is some type of interest in the neighborhood of those specific type of bikes. So the kids around like just are interested in that. One of the challenges that we have around here is money. A lot of kids don't have the money to have their own BMX bike. So you'll see them borrowing each other's bikes, or, you know, one kid that has one, so you'll literally 5 kids waiting for their turn to ride the bike. And obviously, you know, not as fun as it could be. So what we've done is we've purchased, I think we purchased 6 bikes. We got them shipped here. We just found different used ones on Facebook Marketplace, and then, you know, they'll ship it because it's different here. It's not as big, obviously, as the United States would be, and shipping isn't as much of a nightmare. You just put it on the bus and it comes to the city. So we're going to different places today, and we are going to pick up the bikes. I think we have 5 coming today, or they should be here already. So we're gonna go pick those up, and yeah, I'll talk to you a little bit more about the program after that. All right, we got the first bike. So everything came in all right, came in on time. There's always a chance, and when I say chance, I mean likelihood of something going wrong. Most likely is it just didn't make it yet or whatever, for whatever reason. But it's here. So we have 4 more to pick up. But anyways, usually something goes wrong. So one of these bikes probably won't make it. Also, another thing is there's been blockades. They'll blockade some of the main highways here, different groups for whatever reason, as a form of protest and trying to force the hand of the government. So there have been blockades between here and Santa Cruz, which is the only way to Trinidad. We'll see here shortly. There's also like gas shortages, diesel and gasoline apparently now, which we're burning through by going in front of these bikes. It feels like poetic a bit. We'll be riding these bikes shortly because we don't have the time to wait in these lines.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But just another thing, and part of the full crisis mode that we find ourselves in. All right, we're at the second places. There's 2, they're right next to each other. So I'll show you kind of how it works. So it literally comes on a bus and they just unload it into these places. So here's what it is. Didn't see a bike in there. Don't see one in here either, so we'll see. Hate to say I told you so, but we are absolutely right. For whatever reason, the bike didn't come, even though it should have been here days ago, which is why I came today instead of coming right on the day it's supposed to get here, because it wasn't going to get here. Now I'm getting cut in line, so. All right, so we are at the bus station. This is our last stop for today in terms of bikes. We'll see if they're here. They got sent to this place, so, but just gonna show you, this is the main way that people travel here. When you travel across the country, it's typically by bus. to different cities and so on and so forth. So there's like, I don't know how many. I'll show you inside. There's tons of different companies that go all, you know, through different cities and stuff like that. Because like I said, it's the main way of long distance transportation. All right, almost fell down coming in. There's always a dog. So you got both these sides, and it goes all the way to the back. I'm looking for one in particular. Oh, here it is, right here. I see a bike. Hopefully it's mine. There's the other two. So we got 4 out of 5. That actually is not bad at all for what I was expecting. I was expecting 1 or 2 max. And so, yeah, get them in the truck now. All right, so we got them back. And Simon's taking off the tape. We just pumped up the front tire. Probably need some repairing or something like that. But ready for the maiden voyage. It's been a long time, huh? Here we go. Oh, he's standing up. All right, we're here unwrapping the bikes, putting air in some of the tires, fixing some of the brakes and adjusting stuff like that. So here in a few, some of the adults are gonna go for a test ride. We gotta test them out for the kids though. So. All right, Katie, first thoughts on your first ride of the bike?
So fun. I feel like I'm going really fast.
Feel like you what?
I'm going really fast.
Were you going really fast
I
though?
was going pretty fast.
You feel like a kid again?
Yeah.
Oye, Pablo, primer pensamiento de manejar la bici otra vez.
Me devuelve a cuando era niño, ¿no?
He said, take me back to my childhood. Simon, what were your first thoughts on riding the bike again?
I think it's going to be hard for the kids to get these. Well, for the kids.